Good morning, welcome back to Huhtasaari. I'm David Macdougall. We continue our conversation now in English with the Finns Party presidential candidate Laura Huhtasaari. Laura, nice to see you this morning.
Nice to see you too.
And I've been following you on social media for a while, so it's nice to put a face to the accounts. Talking of social media, it's very easy to find supporters for your campaign who have things like Stop Islam, Ban Islam, and alluding to asylum seekers being rape-fugees. Are you the preferred candidate of Finnish racists?
No, I'm not.
Do you condemn these kind of supporters who are supporting you and yet also espousing extreme language?
I don't condemn people, but I can condemn opinions or bad talk. But I don't condemn people.
Do you encourage this kind of train of thought that Islam is bad, refugees are bad for Finland?
Well, I think that my own example speaks for itself, and I use polite language. I have my political mission and I have my strategy. That it's kind of similar to Switzerland and Australia, and that's not racist politics.
But you do use some very strong imagery. There's a picture of you on your Facebook with the guard dog. You're dressed in black. You've got the chain fences up there, and it says "Papers, please." Do you think that Finland is a closed country and shouldn't take in more immigrants?
Do you think Australia is a closed country or Switzerland is a closed country? I think it's normal to have a border control, and I want Finland to be normal again. I want border control back, and I want to do the politics that the results will be good. I don't want open borders that we have terrorists here.
But this is what Finland has signed up to when it joins the European Union in '95, is a more open borders, a more open society. And as Finland has its place in the international community, there are obligations to take in asylum seekers, refugees.
Well, the other European countries has already put border control back because they want
as a temporary measure.
Exactly,
but you want it full time.
I think that the leaders of Finland should be taking care of Finnish people's safety, and that's why it's normal to have a border control. Do
you think Finland is a dangerous country then because of immigration?
Well, if the border is open, and we don't know who comes here, we don't know how long they are going to be here, and what are they going to do, and we already have a terrorist here. And if you look at Sweden, what is the situation over there? Why are they doing politics that the results are affecting their safety?
Well, luckily you're not trying to be the president of Sweden. Let's stick to Finland as an example.
We are following Sweden, and that's why I want to change the direction.
Do you think that immigrants are bad for this country? I'm an immigrant. Do you think I'm bad for this country?
I want to do...
Or are there good immigrants and bad immigrants?
Well, I want to do the kind of immigration politics like Switzerland does and like Australia does. So it says that the effects are good. And that's why I want to do better immigration policy.
One of the other aspects of this job as president of Finland is trade promotion. It's very important to kind of boost Finnish exports. Do you know where the most important markets are, do you think, for boosting Finnish exports?
Europe is very important, and especially Sweden and Germany and United States, and then we could get from Russia. We should do more export to Russia.
There are EU sanctions against Russia which limit all kinds of exports, but Asia is a key target market, and President Niinistö has done a lot of work there. You'd have to do trade promotion there. Do you know, for example, who the Chinese foreign minister is that you'd have to be dealing with?
Well, no, I don't know the name.
Maybe an easier one, the president of South Korea?
Yeah.
President of South Korea.
I actually have...
Korea, Japan and China are key targets for Finnish export growth, especially things like food and drinks industry, which is really booming in Finland. You don't know who the president of South Korea is?
I have been in the South Korea, and I met the ambassador there, and we were talking about the export, and then I would have a really good team that we could do it, and I would love to promote Finland and do lots more export.
Because you have got a lack of experience with foreign policy, and yet this job has a heavy foreign policy component. You're not the only candidate in that situation, but why would you apply for a job where you don't have the expertise?
Well, President Niinistö was not.
But we're not talking about President Niinistö. We're talking about you.
But I am. President Niinistö was not interested in foreign policy before he became a president.
But again, we're talking about you. You don't have the experience, and you're applying for the job.
Yes, I have the skills to be a really good and develop in that presidential position.
And what happens when you go to these countries, if you're in Africa or Asia, the Middle East, and you're promoting Finland, and yet at the same time you're telling people from those countries that they're not welcome in Finland when you pose in a picture with a guard dog all dressed in black, which has all the imagery of a prison camp guard. What does that say about Finland?
Well, do you know how international country Switzerland is?
Again, you keep bringing up Switzerland, but...
I do, because that's a good example. I mean, you can do export and a good immigration politics.
Do you think you're doing both?
Yes.
There's another controversy, of course, around your dissertation, allegations that you plagiarized some of your master's thesis. If it turns out that you did, there's an investigation going to go on. If you're revealed as a plagiarist, will you quit your job in Parliament?
My thesis has been there for 15 years and now 2 weeks before election date. So I think this is kind of more to stain my campaign. And you know, in Turku University has asked President Niinistö to deliver his thesis, and he has promised to do it, but he has not said when.
But if it is revealed that you have plagiarized, again, I ask the question again, will you quit your job as an MP? What would it say about your character?
Well, I think that now it's already accusations that guilty until proven, and I definitely think that this is just to stain my campaign, so I'm not going to answer that.
We've got a short time left. You have this vaulting ambition to beat Paavo Väyrynen in the election. Your prediction, will you do better than Paavo?
Yes, I will rise and defeat Paavo. And it ain't over until the fat ladies sing, so to the end.
Laura Huhtasaari, thank you very much. If you want to see more news about Finnish politics in English, go to newsnowfinland.fi. Tomorrow we're joined on the couch by Green Alliance candidate Pekka Haavisto. Stay tuned after the break. Kirsty's here with your morning news headlines.